big game this coming Saturday afternoon, as the Mariners head to a team very close to my heart. We head to Notts County for a big game and a big test, as Notts County are up at the higher end of League Two, challenging for the automatic promotion places. They're doing really well this season, and we'll talk about obviously recent history. And if you do hear a bit of Nottingham lingo, it'll come from me. I do apologise. Well, not apologise. I have family links to Nottingham and Notts County, so. But this is all about the Mariners. This is all about what we do. And like I said, we're coming off a 10-game unbeaten run after the defeat last weekend to Bristol Rovers. I've listened to both pre-match press conferences, one by, of course, David Artell, and one by former Mariners loanee Martin Patterson, which I think adds I'll say an extra different dynamic. I wouldn't say spice to it, but an extra different dynamic. I did notice that with Martin, he was asked about Grimsby and kind of swerved the question about his time actually at the Mariners. But there you go. That's just basically. As I did my hair there, look at that, looking good. But obviously, back to us. If we look at the injury situation, Cam Gardner is getting closer. He could be involved at the weekend. Artell wouldn't say that specifically or directly, but he's getting closer. Jason Van Zorsen. I always say that wrong, Svan Thorsen. He's a little bit further away than we'd hoped, apparently. So he won't be involved still. But things are coming good, going into a probably the toughest week of our season fixture-wise for Grimsby, and it's sort of like, you never know what's going to happen here. And I think we're looking for a bounce back. He was asked by Matt Dean, I'll tell this is of course, was asked about obviously Jaden Sweeney missing the last 4, and he said that's just basically because Reece has been doing so well, Reece Staunton. But it's great when you can look at it and go, if he doesn't go Reece at the weekend, he could most easily go Jayden, and it's not like you've dropped down in quality really. I think for the Mariners in regards to performance though, we need to start better than we did. We can't start the way we did against Bristol Rovers. Definitely not against Notts County. There is no way you can start that way and expect to get anything at Meadow Lane, as we know through the years going to Meadow Lane as frequently as we have done, especially in recent years. But Arthur also seemed very, very, in his own way, buoyant. He was right in a way that what you didn't want to do is, he says we've got to be careful that we don't start turning one loss into several, 3, 4 on the bounce, which is true. I think we have to take that loss against Bristol Rovers as a one-off, because that is probably the poorest I've seen us play since Barnet, at Barnet earlier in the season. But I think it all depends on us, not really on Notts County. I think the thing is we know what Notts County is, and we know what qualities Notts County have got, and I mean that they've got some real good quality players going forward. They are going to be missing a few out themselves. But it is all about what we do, and I wonder whether he's going to go slightly different. He might go to top fully away from home. He might go to a back five. He might go to a back three. But again, what I like about this Grimsby side is that we've got the options for whatever way Artell wants to go, and I think it makes it intriguing as to what the starting lineup's going to be, and it's all about what we do. It's about what we do, how we perform. We know how difficult Notts County are going to be. I mean, like I said, that they've got one of the league's top scorers in Matty Dennis. They've got Liam Love, which they just recently signed from Barnet during the January transfer window. They've got Aya Pender, who is, they've still got Jody Jones as well. And we know how much he tormented us last season. So the quality Notts County have got, obviously signed James Belshaw in January from Harrogate. He's had a very good start. Whereas, and you look at us really, we've got James Cabier, who has scored 14 goals this season. Charles Burnham, who has had his best season by far so far due to basically being fit a majority of the time. That always helps, especially with Chaz. And I still say he's the best winger in League Two. I still say that. Okay, he got shut off a lot against Bristol Rovers, especially in the second half. But first half, he really did cause trouble for Bristol Rovers. And obviously we've got Big Andy up top, and Kasori at the back, I look at it and this is, like I said, this is the strongest Grimsby have been in many a year. Yes, it's probably not how we want to go into a game like this, but I still think we're in very good nick. And I mean, if we look at some stats now for the game, if we look at it, Notts County obviously lying in 4th place, just outside the automatic promotion places. Grimsby lying 12th, 49 points, and 4th, 61 for Notts County. Goals scored, not that much between it. Notts County have scored 52. The Mariners have scored 45 league goals this season. Goals conceded, 32 for Notts and 37 for the Mariners. Shots in general, we've had 325. They've had 269. We've had 152 shots on target. They've had 139 shots off target. 173, 130. Block shots, 126 for Grimsby, 99 for Notts County. The pass accuracy, edged just by Notts County, 77.22. I'm using the stats obviously from BBC Sports website. Grimsby Town with a 72% pass accuracy. And again, the thing is, points gained from a losing position. Notts have gained 12 points from a losing position. The Mariners have only picked up 8. So points dropped though, 14 for Grimsby and 9 for Notts. And if you look at that, really, I think it's going to be a close one. I honestly think it's going to be a close one. If you look at the recent run of 5 games, Notts County won 3 of their last 5. They came in a 1-0 win at home to Gillingham, a 2-1 win at home to Barrow, and a 5-0 win last time out against Tranmere. Before that, Notts County lost to Shrewsbury and drew with leaders Bromley before that. And I think that's where we have to take heart in a sense. When you look at that loss for Notts against Shrewsbury, we lost last time out to Bristol Rovers. Results like that do happen from time to time. We got a draw against playoff rivals Walsall. Obviously, before that on the pitch that was boggy before, obviously losing out 1-0 to Wolves in the FA Cup, beating Accrington just before that 1-0, and drawing 0-0 at Newport before that. And so, only one defeat in the league, one defeat in 10 games. Grimsby are still, still in a good position. Yes, we lie in 12th, but I look at it, we're only 4 points off a playoff place. It's not the be-all and end-all. If you look at previous meetings between the two sides, in the last 37 games, the Mariners just edge it 16 to 12, with 9 draws in the middle of that. But the last couple of games, the last 3 games, have actually all gone to Notts County. A 2-0 win back in December at Muller Park. We played well for the majority of that game, and then but Notts getting sort of 2 late goals, not the stuffing out of us really. 2-0 back in March of last year, again at Blundell Park. But the last time we were at Meadow Lane, which was at the start of last season, August 2024, I was there that day. A 4-1 drubbing, but it didn't feel like a 4-1 drubbing, but a 4-1 loss at Meadow Lane. So, like I said, Notts County won the last 3. Obviously, they're on a 5-game winning run, but you just really, you don't know with this game. It's always a lively game. I saw someone say on social media a couple of weeks ago about teams that sort of hate each other. There's no hatred between Grimsby and Notts County. I think there's a respectful rivalry between the two sides, especially throughout the last the last, I would say, last 5, 6, 7 years. Well, I'd say close to the last decade, really. It's always a good game when Grimsby and Notts play each other, so it'll be interesting to see how this game does go. Just a few facts for the game. A couple I've already sort of gone into a little bit, but here's a little bit more. Notts County have won their last 3 league meetings, as I already stated, with Grimsby Town, and are looking to win 4 successive games against them for just the second time in the Football League. Also 4 wins between 1913 and 1927. So that shows you how long this rivalry goes back, really. Grimsby Town have failed to win any of their last 6 away league games against Notts County, drawing 3 and losing 3, since a 2-0 win in April 2009 on Easter Monday was the last time the Mariners got a win in the league at Meadow Lane. We've obviously won there in the National League, thanks to, of course, Ryan Taylor, and I believe it was I think it was Michi Affetti. He went down into a waterfall header, but it was a back post header by Luke. I think it was Michi that nicked in there to get the goal in the 2-1 win back in February of 22. But we haven't won in the league against Notts County at Notts County since April 2009. So you'd probably say that we're probably due one. We'll see. Notts County have won each of their last 5 league games in League 2, last enjoying a longer run in a single season in the 09-10 season when they earned the last promotion spot to League 1 when they went 6 home league games. So they're hoping to beat that. And the last stat for us Grimsby lost 3-1 to Bristol Rovers in their last League 2 game, having been unbeaten across their previous 10, which is 1-6 and drew 4. Grimsby last lost back-to-back league games in December 2025, with one of two of those defeats coming against Notts County. And obviously Notts are going to want to do the double over Grimsby this season, and obviously extend their unbeaten run against the Mans to 4 straight. But I think we've got a better squad now, even to what we had back in December. You know, and like I say, I think with having the goal threats that we have got, like James Cabier, like Andy Cook, like Charles Vernon, like Jamie Walker, you know. I mean, again, I just look at us and I go, I'm not disappointed with this team, you know. But like I've said earlier, I think we have to start better. We have to start better because you cannot go 2 down in 7 minutes. But we also know that under Artell over time, we have had a good record away from home. So we'll just have to see and wait and see what goes on. In regards to score prediction, I was asked this last night by somebody actually, and I said I'd take a draw at Meadow Lane. I know a lot of people would be disappointed with that, and I'm going to go with that as a scoreline. I'm going to go for 2-2, but that doesn't mean I want to draw. But I'm saying I would take a draw at Meadow Lane, especially with the form that they're in. I'm saying 2-2. I'm going to go for, if starting, I'm going to say Jamie Walker and Andy Cook. But you know, you have to respect the team like Notts County. They are, you know, they're up where they are because they deserve to be there. But it also wouldn't surprise me if Town turned up and turned them over. One thing I will mention just before I finish. So, like I said, my prediction's 2-2. Do leave me your thoughts down below in the comments as to what you think. And hopefully we get the right calls. If you actually go on to the last part of this preview, if you actually go on to Grimsby Town's official website, they do have an article up which came out around about an hour ago of 5 classic clashes between Town and Notts County, which I think is fantastic. Obviously, they've got the playoff quarter-final dramatic win that the Mariners got that night. Manny Disaroway getting the extra time winner. Also, they've got highlights of the 5-5 draw of Artell's first season in charge at Blundell Park. What a crazy game that was. They've also got highlights of the 4-1 win, which we've already spoke about, for Notts County back in August of 2024. But also a 2-0 win for Notts County at Blundell Park last time out, the 2-0 win for them in December. And also 4-0 drubbing that the Mariners gave Notts County back in 2018, December 22nd, 2018. A 4-0 win there. You can always go and check them out. Obviously, you can find them on YouTube, and also you can find them over on Grimsby Town's official website. They've actually made an article about those 5 games. I'm going to go and watch those 5 highlight packages just to remind myself some good times and some not some good times against Notts County. Like I said, the game is very personal to me, as my dad was a Notts County supporter, so I kind of feel like I've got a foot in both camps, but obviously hoping for the Grimsby boot to be right, not the Notts County boot to be right. But after this game, Notts County, I hope they go and do well and hopefully get promotion after this game. I hope that Grimsby can get something from Meadow Lane. We know we're capable of it. I think we are capable of winning the game, but I am being kind of coy because I know the threats they do have, but if they have anything like they did against Shrewsbury, there's no reason why we can't go and win there. So it's a big game, this, for Grimsby. I think we need... it's okay losing a game, it's how you respond. So I think that's the important thing for us, is how do we respond. So leave me your thoughts down below, leave me your scorelines down below. Have you got a favourite game of Grimsby versus Notts County in your time of following the Mariners? Have you got a favourite game? Is the playoff victory over them your favourite? Is the Jammer goal they helped to stay up in 2018 at Bristol Park, is that your favourite Grimsby versus Notts County moment? Is like I said, is Manny throwing himself at it? Is that your favourite? Or have you got a favourite goal from the game as well? Over the years of playing two big clubs and two well supported clubs, and I know that it's I believe close to a sellout for the Mariners supporters. I will be at Meadow Lane. My first away game of this season. It might unfortunately be the only one I make this season, but I was determined to at least make this one. But I will be there, so if any of you guys see me around the ground, I'll be where the wheelchair supporters have put at Notts County. Do come and say hi to me. I'll and if there are some Notts County fans that follow me, you can always come have a word with me and we'll have a chat about our respective seasons. So that's this preview done. I know it's been a long waffle, but it's a big game, this, for both sides. Notts County want to keep the pressure on the top three, and after getting the top three, the Mariners want to get closer to a playoff place. And I think, I know I said 2-2, but I am hoping for a win for the Mariners. It's going to be a good game either way. It always is against these two. So leave me your thoughts down below, your score predictions, your favourite goal, your favourite game against these two teams. And hopefully we can get one over on Martin after him getting the one at Blundell Park earlier in the season. But until then, guys, I will see you soon. Like, share, comment and subscribe, and I will see you for a review of the Notts County game, which will be coming up after that. So anybody travelling up to Nottingham, safe travels. I will see you at the game. And let's hope the Mariners can pick up 3 points, or at least get something from the game. People have said, just before I go, people have said that, well, I can't lose in this game. Yes, I can. If Grimsby lose, I've lost. So, but it should be a good game. So leave me everything down below. Like, share, comment and subscribe, as I've said before, and I'll see you with a review of the game after the game on Sunday. I believe that'll come out. So do keep your comments coming down below, and I will see you in the review. Until then, guys, safe travels up there, and let's hope that we can go and get the 3 points against the Magpies. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra for now.